Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
All right, buddy.
Back to talk Surviving Barstool. This is season 3, episode 2. So this is night 2, Wednesday night. Like and subscribe here, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Also check. Brian, I thought this was a great episode. I really did. I love the twist at the end. I kind of had written down in my notes that didn't look like a real idol that Arian
Yeah.
Foster had found because we had seen Francis's, which had a Barstool logo and
Yeah.
everything
Right.
through the box, which was funny. But I thought they did a really good balance in this episode of showing multiple angles of a decision, especially on the Pizza Tribe, right? You had the
Mhm.
basic two schools of thought, the Aryan school of thought, which was definitely being influenced by outside players, aka the football players, Will Compton, Taylor Wan. Taylor Wan made a nice lie on Rico. We'll talk about that later. But the idea that I thought Arian was the right pick. Full spoilers, everyone, but we're going to get right into that. I mean, it was really what we ended the episode on. Arian's not wrong. Dave physically can't do anything. But that being said, we watched this as Survivor. You do not need to be a physical player to be valuable. And like he said, Dave is really good at corralling relationships. And look, like, I don't know when Arian Foster, maybe he's always been like this, became like a I can't lie on television, can't be mean and trying to. I don't need any morality in my Survivor. And that's why who my favorite player has been Rhea because she's just been like, dude, this is a game. Like, let's
hmm hmm
up.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that. I mean, they say he's watched a lot of reality TV, or been on a show too, but I don't think he's ever seen the show to know like what you need to do to actually do well in advance.
You work with these people too. Like the idea that and not for nothing, guys, but like he lied too. He had the fake idol, didn't tell anybody. That's not telling the truth, right? I mean, omission's a lie. So I mean, it's interesting where people want to draw the line of what is moral and not moral, and what you don't want your kids to see.
And what's the name of the guy that made it?
Oh, Roan,
Okay.
Roan, the battle rapper.
It's funny that I don't know. It's really funny that they're actually like trying to make so many fake ones and like deceive people. But I mean, again, it's cool to see. And yeah, because I thought I missed something. I was like, oh, he found an idol. I must have been like editing the other show and I missed like that section. And when he saw it, I was like, oh man, I didn't realize he got a key. So
No,
when he
it was just
pulled it out,
draped right over like a bust, basically. So it was in plain sight, but like we said, that would have been more believable if we hadn't already seen
yeah,
Francis'
right,
real idol.
right.
Uh, and look, it was great. I mean, the happenstance of it all, where it actually affected the vote tonight, where it did not end up protecting, excuse me, Arian, who became the target. He would have been fine. He was good. He could have had the White Sox day vote. They would have let it happen, but he just kept talking about Portnoy and kept talking about it
Yeah,
to the point where they're like, dude, we just gotta like screw ourselves in the challenges now, but like we can't have you doing this. Like it's just, and it was the truth. If he got to the merge, the football players would have definitely formed an alliance.
yeah. And he should have even just pulled out like, hey, I have an idol, and like even if he didn't know that it wasn't real, like at least there's like that chance too that like,
They wouldn't have known it wasn't real because no other idols
yeah,
would have been
right,
exposed. So then it would have made Francis have to either just go along with it or show that
hmm
like, no, like, this is what a real idol looks like. So yeah,
yeah.
for some that would have been I would have loved to see that dynamic because then Francis is on the outs with his own alliance too because he didn't tell them about it, right?
Right,
So,
exactly. And yeah, that would have been really interesting because then like that the scramble of like that would have been like Francis like in confessional, like what should I do here? Because it doesn't really affect him
no.
yet, but I guess it would
Francis needs
depend
to
on
keep that as quiet and just kind of keep himself in the middle of nothing for as long as he can. Because as soon as he does reveal that idol, Rhea, Dave, they're gonna now side eye him a little bit. It may
yeah,
even be worth it if he thinks it's safe at some point to maybe tell them about it, but not right now. Like nowhere near right now. Only when you are like desperate to buy it. It's like, look, I'm
yeah.
gonna use this thing anyway, so you might as well not waste your vote type play, right?
hmm hmm
We'll get there with that. We also have to talk about the second tribal council. That was the Moon Tribe. Wallow, shout out to Wallow, $1 million worth of game. He did it to himself, though, right, man? Like the shower, taking a shower right away after a loss is a it's kind of inexcusable.
It's just funny like the stuff that people do with like it just shows like who ha has any knowledge of the show. Like when these early eliminations really is And you gotta give credit to the people that like have played, they got eliminated before, like Dave and Big Cat. Like they're kind of like completely like changed their game a little bit and like
Yeah.
being a little more like talking to people, and it's cool to see. And it's kind of nice to like see like, if they keep doing this show, like what's it gonna become of people being like vets?
Big Cat's Alliance is pretty smart, the Whitney, Will Compton one, because the biggest disadvantage someone like Dave or Big Cat has is their money, right? The fact that they don't really actually need to
Yeah.
win. Well, guess what? Neither does Whitney, neither does Will Compton, who already won the show once, right? And neither does Big Cat. So they're less apt to portray Big Cat on the sense of like deserving to win based off of the money thing, right? It's
Mhm.
actually a pretty decent position to be in. I mean, everyone else there, like I said, you have Robbie, Megan. Megan's useful, but Megan's also very leery of them. Again, she should be leery of them because she's not going to be included with those three. If it gets down to four, you're the fourth. Like,
Right.
and I think people are doing a pretty good job of thinking about that. What did you think of, the switch over? And we can talk about the challenge, but the Brick Tribe looking pretty, pretty, pretty right now, and Mob Boss Jersey Jerry.
Was he saying to Dave, I'll hear out for your name? Is that who he said it to?
Yeah, well, he said the day. Yeah, no, well, he said, "I'm hearing your name," and he said, "I'm gonna go look for an idol. If I find the idol, I'm gonna give it to you just for trust, just to buy some love."
I hope they go to travel tomorrow.
I really hope so too, because the one thing I'm not super worried about is them frankly being smart enough to just stick with their tribe vote. Because if they won again on tomorrow night, like they legitimately could just be like, "We just stick together as
Yeah,
a
and then they
tribe.
can
We are
run
the final like six."
right when it's a merge.
They're not
Like
gonna do it though.
I'm assuming they're going to go to two.
Yeah, I think
I don't think they're going to do the crap where we're going to stick in three for forever. I think it's going to go to two and then to one.
I think they'll fully reorg, like a random reorg, maybe. I think maybe that could be like the stinger at the end of tomorrow night, like drop your buffs or something. We're going
Yeah,
into it makes sense now because I guess what now we lost two last night to get the
we're down to
22. Now
20.
we're at 20. How long do we keep doing dubs? So we're doing another double elimination tomorrow. It's
Well, I
got
was thinking maybe like the teaser for maybe tomorrow's episode leading into Monday or what Tuesday would be like that's the merge because there's
Yeah, that's
eight.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
it's really gonna throw these people off that had never watched the show because they're gonna be so surprised. That's like the best part about I love that they don't know what idols are, like what they're looking for. And
No, they
just
don't.
commentary that makes it so good.
They should even just like with these kind of shows, even like Survivor, this be very verbatim. Like the appearance do not match any past appearance. So you're
Yeah,
not gonna be
right,
able to see it and know if it's real or not. But like
right.
Jeff said, they're not throwing any fake idols out there. Like Survivor does that though, right? Survivor does do does Survivor ever made their own fake idols, or is it always people that bring the
Nah,
fake?
it's always people.
Okay. I
Yeah, they
like
don't have big ones.
keep the
Nah, they don't
integrity
do
of the
that.
game. Speaking of games, what did you think of the challenge? I thought the slingshot puzzle piece retrieval and puzzle was actually a pretty good challenge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be as high on standards of the challenge here because they're doing it in a building and they're a radio show. So they don't need to have the like I think their ideas are great. Like they're making them run up obstacles. Like they have the sponsor segment as like I think they're doing the right stuff
Yeah.
for what they like what the ability that they have. And it's just funny to watch these challenges and I'm like this is way more interesting than anything that Survivor like they do Survivor regular Survivor does it, but how is this show doing it better consistently?
Yeah, like God forbid, why can't Survivor do that better? Why can't Survivor have sponsored theme challenges more?
Yeah, well they
Like, why
already
can't
do it
we
with
get
the
a Burger King
rewards.
challenge again? Like, why
Yeah,
can't we
like
get a good
yeah,
mattress challenge, right? And someone gets to end up sleeping on a mattress for the night,
yeah,
like on the beach.
Yeah, every puzzle doesn't need to be a flame. Like make it the Applebee's logo. Make it like it's just switch it up a little bit and it's just a funny one. It's
Dave
Dave in
in
like
underwear.
Tommy John's. It's just I think they do a good job of it and I'm surprised that people like didn't like did they say that you couldn't throw the puzzle pieces over the edge?
Yeah, you said you
Okay.
had to retrieve it.
Okay.
So I think
Must
that
have missed.
I don't think they verbatim said you can't throw it over. I think that was what they were trying to imply. And they did say, and Jeff did say, like, hey, use this time, talk strategy and ask your questions. So that's probably when he they allow him to go up and, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? No,
Yeah.
no, yeah, you can do that, like whatever. And they usually do that kind of in private so that they're
Okay.
not giving it away to another team in case a team does figure out a good strategy. Remember that happened last season. They asked the question and then Jeff repeated the question out to like the group and they were all pissed off. They're like, no, we were asking you that in private because that was like a strategy thing here. Like you're not supposed to announce it. So I think he did learn from last season to not announce people's strategies if they ask a good question, like a good workaround
Mhm.
question. So
Mhm.
I said, good action. I don't regret not watching Survivor yet.
No,
I am going
I don't
to
care.
put my baby to sleep, edit this video, post it, and I doubt that I will watch Survivor tonight. If you see some kind of TikTok from us on a Wednesday evening, early Thursday, then I mean somehow I was convinced by the internet that this was the greatest episode of Survivor ever. But so far, so good for surviving Barstool. 20 people will be down, I'm assuming, to 18 after tomorrow. That's a good number. It's like what a normal Survivor season starts at. So we will, and also we'll have a lot of hurt feelings already.
Yeah, I think I don't want him to keep eliminating too. Like I wanted to get to the point where we're watching. I want to see some big like the we need to see some bigger like tribal councils.
No, I agree. And I saw this that this is the episode schedule is online. I actually just pulled up the list here. So it's first three episodes were this week, next week, three episodes the following week, and then a break until
Okay.
January 7th for the final 2 weeks of six episodes. Um, yeah, I would we're down to 18 after this week. How many more episodes after that? One, two, three,
Six.
6, 9, 12 more episodes after that. So yeah, probably maybe in like we may not get sequential double eliminations. Maybe we do get a double elimination at some point throughout the season, though. Maybe
Yeah, we might.
so I could see maybe like one more double elimination at maybe Bry after this week to get us down to like 16 with 14
Yeah.
episodes to go. And that kind of plays out. This depends
Yeah.
on what they want to do. We know Survivor. Like we know by the finale, there's gonna be four people still, and they're gonna do the
Mm.
fire, and then they'll have the final three. We don't know if they're gonna keep the same format as how many people at the end last year. Because remember, last year everybody was on the jury, but there was more players this year now.
Yeah.
So we don't know if they're doing a final two, a final three how that's going to work.
Wouldn't it be amazing though if they like did like Barcel's like make fire? Like they figured out a way to like these
They
random
definitely do
people.
it in that place versus a Manhattan office. I mean, they definitely have outdoor space and
It'd be
things.
so they go onto the roof or something like that. I think it'd be super
Making
fun.
fire would be so damn funny because
Because and with no notice, like because now the people on Survivor they know it's
they
gonna
prep
happen.
for it.
They haven't had to do it all season. Like I think it'd be really good.
It would have to be something like that, where it's like like a regular real life equivalent to like making
Like
fire.
pitch
Like
a tent or
something,
something like that. Like something.
it's something basic, like it's like cooking something, or like
Yeah,
like doing a load of laundry. Like, it's something like very basic, like a tie it, like lace up a pair of sneakers.
yeah. So I
Like,
think it'd be. I'm sure they'll think of something clever. They always do. Or like I would love to see an eating challenge on this.
well, we'll definitely get. Well, remember last year too, they were sponsored by Factor. I forget who they're sponsoring
It's
themselves.
body. The body. It's like the drink.
Body Armor.
Yeah, body armor.
Body Armor is one of their main sponsors, and then this Tommy John's and the other ones that they're doing like throughout the episode.
I
So
would love it. The eating challenge would be awesome with these people. I think it'd be so
it would be
funny.
so funny. Oh my God, it would be so funny.
Just regular food doesn't need to be gross.
No.
Just
And they
need.
have Chef Donnie. It's one of their guys there. Is like his whole thing is just like cooking. So like they
Mhm.
definitely could have they have a big kitchen in there, like an actual kitchen. So like they could actually do a cooking challenge, eating challenge. That would be kind of
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah, it'd be so cool.
Yeah. So, like I said, lots of stuff also premiering this week. If you're a Bravo fan, we have Southern Charm season 11 premiering tomorrow. Like I mentioned, if you are a regular Survivor fan, don't worry. We will have our review out. We are covering every season of Survivor 47. Brian and I also just dropped the first week of Ultimatum season 3. We really enjoyed it, but there were some rule breakers. Let's just say that. So go check out our review and get our honest thoughts. Also, shout out to the Lachey's. We thought they did a good job. Check out our Instagram, our TikTok, and our Twitter, all at the Reality Guys. You'll never miss any of our content. But for myself, Brian, and Baby, thank you so much for watching. Peace.